Moments after posting my analysis on the Doom The Dark Ages trailer, I got back to work on the next episode of Doomsturbing, because you know, the Doom community is filled with a ton of vile and disturbing stuff. Yet, not even 2 hours later, Hugo Martin, the Dark Ages game director, went on an interview and revealed a ton of new information about the game, how it plays, melee system, the lore, etc. And if I had to be honest, this game is shaping to be way different than Doom Eternal, and generally from modern Doom.
What?
So of course I had to make a video about it. I just hope this is the last time I postpone this Doomsturbing episode. Se los prometo amigos, este video va a ser la mamada, espérenlo.
I understand.
Anyways, before I continue onward, let's do a fun little dynamic, my friends. If you liked what you saw on the Dark Ages trailer, be sure to smash the like button and let me know down below in the comments. What would you love to see on this medieval version of Doom? Because you know, I read all of your comments, every single one of them, and its software is probably reading them too. So be sure to say hi. Hola Hugo. Hola. With that being said, let's sit down, grab our super shotgun, and dive straight back into hell. This video was sponsored by GamerSubs. Use code MIDNIGHT to get 10% of your order and free international shipping. Thank you so much for the support, and I really hope you enjoy. I don't know about you, but one of the most important aspects of any Doom game are the weapons we shoot. In Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal, the weapons Doom guy wielded in both the games felt very similar. They both had the combat shotgun, heavy assault rifle, plasma rifle, rocket launcher, super shotgun, gas cannon, BFG, you get the point. According to Hugo, they wanted this medieval version of Doom to have weapons we have never shot or used before on any Doom game, with the one shown on the trailer giving us a great example of that, and we actually now know the names of these guns. This is the super shotgun, but instead of having the mid-hook like in Doom Eternal, it doesn't. It just packs a bigger punch and reloads like Terminator. I love it. This right here is called the Skull Crusher, and well, it's pretty self-explanatory. I just love the animation. Look at the skulls go. The one I thought was the plasma rifle is named the Accelerator, and instead of shooting bolts of plasma, it shoots shards of electricity, with Hugo describing the Accelerator as the Doom Electric SMG. And to be fair, it looks great. I love it. This beauty is called the Rail Spike, and what it does reminds me a lot to Dead Space, and I mean that in the best of ways. This is called the Flail, and at this point in time, it's the only melee weapon besides the shield that we have seen. Yet, being that this is a medieval version of Doom, I want to believe that we will be able to use a myriad of different medieval weapons besides the Flail, like a great axe or an ultra great sword. Just do it, id Software. Give us the Dragon Slayer. Just do it. And last but certainly not least, we have the Saw Shield.
Okay, you could have a chainsaw and a shield, but that's 2 inputs now. Or you can go like this, and then it's like, and it's a shield saw.
Which, according to Hugo, we're going to carry this thing throughout the entirety of the game, meaning that we will be basically dual wielding on a Doom game. Not only that, but the Saw Shield has a ton of different functionalities, like being able to block projectiles, parry attacks, being thrown like a boomerang, being turned into a chainsaw, and use it to ground pound and dash at your enemies. It will also be used to exploit weaknesses on demons, adding an extra layer to the weak point system from Doom Eternal.
Just take all my money!
One of the biggest controversies regarding the idea of a new Doom game was how its software was going to approach its gameplay. Was it going to be more grounded like in Doom 2016, or was it going to be even faster than Doom Eternal? Well, according to Hugo Martin, the Dark Ages will feel more like classic Doom than 2016 and Eternal ever did.
What?
If Doom 2016 was run and shoot and Doom Eternal was jump and shoot, then Doom the Dark Ages is stand and fight. No more flying through the air obliterating demons from a distance. Id Software rebuilt the entire combat system from scratch with the idea that you're going to duke it out against a Hell Knight. That's what the blocking and parrying systems are for.
Doom Eternal went up in the air. You were like an F-22 fighter jet. In Doom the Dark Ages, you're gonna feel like an Abrams tank.
It's like in boxing. If 2016 and Doom Eternal are like Floyd Mayweather, moving, evading and picking foes apart from a distance, then the Dark Ages will be like Mike Tyson, staying inside the zone, duking it out, exchanging blows and overpowering his opponents.
In Doom the Dark Ages, it's stand and fight. You know, like you're gonna be able to walk down a Hell Knight and go toe-to-toe using that shield.
Talking about going toe-to-toe with a Hell Knight, what about the glory kills? I saw none on the trailer, and that has me very worried. Thankfully, Hugo has our back.
The melee system really introduces a whole new dynamic where you could approach enemies kind of any way you want. And I don't want to talk too much about that yet. We still got ways to go, but I think fans will be really pleased with the amount of freedom that you give you on how you finish off the demons this time. No restrictions.
Now, I do not want to jump the gun here, as this doesn't confirm that the glory kills are a thing from the past, but quite the opposite. What I get from this is that now we will have more control on how we glory kill the demons. The Doom Blade from Eternal was great, but honestly, it served no purpose in gameplay. It was just a gimmick for show and it had no real use in the sandbox. But now that we can actually use our left hand in this game with a shield and a set of different melee weapons, I'm excited to see this new glory kill system and how creative we can get when executing the demons from hell. Because according to Hugo, you can combo your attacks with the shield, guns and melee weapons, and that sounds absolutely fantastic. Talking about the demons, did you see how many there were on screen in the trailer?
The scale of everything has gone up. So in that piece of footage, the Skull Crusher, you're killing like dozens of dudes. That's what it's like in the game. I mean, it's not double the AI. It's like, it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. We put a lot on the screen. Our tech team has done an amazing job getting us to that point.
According to Hugo, the Dark Ages will feature more than double the amount of demons that you can see on screen compared to Doom Eternal.
I don't like where this is going.
And well, they're not lying. I think the number of AI on screen I do not even think we have a limit now. Not only that, but Hugo also confirms that the Dark Ages is going to have 3 times the exploration that we got in Doom Eternal.
And again, like just the scale of the game. We didn't even talk about this, but the exploration in our game is like,
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, man, it's like 3x. Huge emphasis on big levels, tons of variety. You know, some of the more linear spaces that you're used to seeing in a Doom game, but then like, you know, you unlock the space, return to the same location, and it expands, you know, in interesting and surprising ways. We have sandboxes, you know, it's just like some really interesting stuff to really break up the experience.
Not quite an open world, but he does say that we're going to be backtracking a lot, opening new doors that were locked before, and finding new ways to traverse the level. And just by watching the trailer, we can see that the places we fight on are immense landscapes, and this is all thanks to the id Tech 7 engine, which id Software has had 4 more years to further develop. And thanks to it, we can now fight Hell Titans with a mech and fly through the battlefield on top of a mecha dragon. Something I thought I would never do on a Doom game. But well, here we are.
In the Slayer's Testament, you know, in the first stage, in the first battle, when the shadows first lengthened, you're gonna play that game. That's what Doom the Dark Ages is.
Now, let's talk about my bread and butter, the lore of Doom. In previous games, the lore was never really on your face, it was only there if you wanted it to. But now with the Dark Ages, the lore is going to have a different treatment.
The whole experience is more cinematic. I think it's kind of part of the genre, you know, the fantasy and medieval genre. And there is a story there, like there has been in the previous games. I would say less kind of out of the codex and into the story. We wanted to kind of put it on your main path, and it's kind of a roller coaster ride, summer blockbuster kind of story, lots of twists and turns, very fun, purely entertaining, you know. But it should be good. It'll complement all the ripping and the tearing well.
What I get from this is that the lore is going to be more present in the game. Instead of having to search for it on secret codex entries, the game is going to be more bold when telling you the story. And if that's the case, then it's going to be very interesting how its software handles the presentation of the story to the player. Nonetheless, I am a sucker for Doom lore, so I love this. All of this doubles down on what Hugo said a while back. In Doom the Dark Ages, Doomguy is slower but stronger. The combat has been grounded and the melee system has more depth. Things that I can definitely get behind and are for sure going to make a hell of a good Doom game. But well, that's all from me for today. I might do a video on the lore and where we stand in the story with the Dark Ages, but I'm still considering it. But anyways, my friends, thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Stay safe. Adios. Bye. Hello my beautiful patrons, it's that time of the day once again. Huge shout out to Lost and Disembodied, Per Nice Pendas, Kayan Kores, Jude Cole, Sepeta, Lone Grey Jedi, Dan the Man, Romney Hasegawa, Frank Soros, Cody D. Loner, Jakufumu, Stephen M. Refcorn, Kodu Kenshi, Megaton, George, Unknown User Zero, and Florian Habloet. Thank you so much for the support on the Patreon page. I really do appreciate it a lot. Have a great day. Adios.